Hey guys, Liberal Democrat candidate for Eden Monero here, Dean McRae. Sunday night, I'm in Narooma. I've been on a bit of a tour around the regions. I've had a really interesting time. I've spoken to some really great people, absolutely brilliant people. Good salt of the earth, Aussies, you know, want to work hard, want to play hard, want to enjoy their lives, don't want to be interfered with. Now I'm watching 60 Minutes up here in the hotel, and we're watching another version of corrupt politicians. We're watching this Adam Sonierek character and all of this caper which is just permeating through the Labor Party. And we've seen the Liberal Party with the same thing. I mean, these guys just had Sam Dastyari on to provide credibility. Does anybody understand what that means anymore, or is the whole world gone completely bonkers? Bottom line is, guys, I don't care how nice my big party rivals are in this election, and I, from all understanding, they're really nice people, but I am convinced that if they're climbing this political machine within these big political parties, the only way to do it is toe the party line. And anybody who in this country by now hasn't figured out that these two major parties and their allies are essentially rotten to the core isn't paying attention. I don't want to ramble too much because you're all watching 60 Minutes. Every Aussie I've ever spoken to, you go, hey, I'm involved in politics. We hate politicians, and you're right. The Australian people hate politicians, they hate bureaucrats. Do you know why? Because you deserve to be hated. You live off our tax dollar, the working people breaking their backs so you bastards can take a quarter of their income, to then see this stuff on the TV with these shonky SOBs taking the complete piss at all of our expense as well. I'm standing up against that. That's what I'm involved for. My own party will tell you that I don't bow to their whims all the time because they don't really ask very much. But if I disagree on one of their principles or something they put forward, I'm the first one to say, yeah, sorry, I won't be backing that play. And you know what? There's no backlash because our party allows for disagreements. There's no do that or lose your gig. My little party is based on principle, and they're well aware that if that principle is ever lost, I'll be out as quickly as I can be. And I actually feel like most of the members would be too, and so would our supporters. So look, if you're tired of all this bullshit and you're tired of all the corruption, you know, don't vote for more of it. Liberal Party, Labor Party, Greens, Nats, I'm sorry, but some of them are nice people, but the system is broken, and voting for these guys keeps a broken system operational. We need to collapse the system, we need to break the system, and the way we do that is we vote for if you don't like me as a candidate, great, no problem, I'm no harm, no foul. Pick one of the other independents. Pick somebody who's not going to capitulate to the BS. Now, I don't know about the other candidates, I haven't met all of them. Some seem nice people. I don't know if any of them are working subversively based on this documentary, show on 60 Minutes. They could all be what they call shills for either the Liberal Party or the Labor Party. I hope not. I hope they've got more integrity than that. And you know what? If they don't, well, guys, we've got to do something different because this stuff's all over the top. I'm not surprised, and it breaks my heart that I'm not surprised at how corrupt and dodgy these pricks are. Now, if me saying that hurts my chances of getting elected, well, boo-hoo, I can live with that as well. And if it hurts my chances of, I don't know, them targeting me or something, well, I'll live with that as well because it just is what it is, guys. Australia is a mess. I'm not going to support any of these donkeys, and I hope my fellow Australians feel somewhat the same way. And the only way to show them is by demanding it with your vote at this stage. So, look, guys, have a great Sunday night. If you're in Narooma in the morning, come down and see me. If you're going to be in the Coombe, Jindabyne area, I'm going to be heading up into the mountains for a couple of days on the way through to Tumut before I have to go back to work. It's like a thing that non-politicians have to do, working for a living. It's how we keep the mortgage paid or the rent paid or whatever. So look, guys, have a great night and catch me on the road trip, or hit me up on the website or on Facebook or something if you want to say g'day and call me a bastard. Do that too. Free speech, go nuts. Let's try and get this country back on track. All right, guys, have a good night.